All right, so we're on to video number 3, finding the determinants of a larger matrix, say a 3 by 3, a 4 by 4. Again, our determinant, and I may not have mentioned this earlier, it's going to be a property of a square matrix. Okay, so we're not going to have the determinant of a 2 by 3 or a 4 by 5 matrix. It's only going to be true for a square matrix. Okay. A couple vocab words we need to learn. Okay, so this idea of a minor. Oh, hold on. Let's try again. Okay, so a minor. Okay, we're going to denote this with a capital M and then some numbers down here. So for example, the minor 1, 1. Okay, that's the minor being created from our entry in the first row in the first column. Okay, so what does that mean? So for example, let's say we've got a 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Okay, so we got this here. Okay. Again, this is going to look familiar from our matrix unit. Let's get some color here. That means we're going to go to the element in the first row and first column. Okay, so this guy here. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete its column and its row, and then look at what we have left. Okay, so these 4 elements down here in the orange circle. Okay. Now, its minor is going to be the determinant of that smaller matrix. So here we would say M11 is going to be, okay, well, this determinant of EF, HI, okay, which we learned in video 2. Well, that's EI minus FH. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and erase a couple of these. Okay. Now let's say I want the minor in, let's do entry 2, 3. Okay. So now again, we're going to go over to the second row and the third column. So that's entry F here. Okay. We're going to get rid of its row and its column, and we're going to see what's left. Okay. Well, that's going to be the determinant of this matrix here, A, B, G, H. Okay. And then again, we learned this is left diagonal minus right diagonal. So that's AH minus BG. Okay. So now these smaller minors, okay, they're going to help us figure out the determinant of a larger matrix. Okay. So we've got our minors. Now the next one we're going to hear is this word cofactor. Okay, so let's switch up colors. So we've got this thing called a cofactor. Okay, and again, we're going to use capital C here. Okay, with these smaller numbers again. So let's look at the cofactor at 1, 1. Okay, so what this means is we're going to take cofactor 1, 1 is the minor at the entry in the first row in the first column, and then we're going to multiply it by this number here, okay, where I and J are the row and column we're looking at. So in this case, this would be the minor in the first row and first column times -1 to the 1 plus 1, because we're looking at the first row and the first column. Well, we know -1 squared is just 1, okay, so we can get rid of that. In this case, the cofactor would just be the minor at 1, 1. Okay, now let's look at a different example here. Our cofactor at, let's say, 1, 2, so still in the first row but the second column. Okay, well, now we're looking at the minor at 1, 2 times -1 to the power 1 plus 2. Well, now we're doing -1 to the third power, which is -1. Okay, is going to be that minor at 1, 2. Okay. So basically, this cofactor is either going to be a positive or negative version of our minor, but this negative 1 to the power is going to tell us which one it is, positive or negative. Okay. So now that we have this idea of minors and cofactors, okay, in video 4, we're going to pull it all together for how do we find the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix. Okay, so hang tight, video 4.